Welcome back everyone to the Railroad Challenge. Between episodes I managed to collect quite an amount of gold and now I have powered rails. Yay! And I also got a couple of stacks worth of iron, which is even better. And that means I managed to finish out the second area for the track. Let's head into here and let's take a little tour there. I think I have everything filled in. I still need to add quite a amount of fencing here because the fencing stops right there. I do have the initial posts there. I just need to add the rest of the fence up and get all those torches up so that our right of way would be all lit up. But this should quickly lead us all the way down to our second stop. Now, I was trying to figure out what to do about this second stop. Because, was there a way... Ye gads. I'm gonna have to do something about that. First off, make sure that passengers don't fall into that mess. It so happens that this thing is going to be servicing this well here. So this will be the well stop. And I presume that they created the stop so that people could get water, refresh water and all that stuff, since we have this long trek going through the desert. I've already extended the cobble going out quite a bit of a distance here. And this is going to go out farther. We have, of course, a third stop down in this tree. Must have got more of this done than I thought. But of course, I still need the supports under there because right now the bridge is unsupported, which is not going to work out very well in the long term. I think I'm able to get pretty close then towards our third stop. Let's see where that's at. The third stop is just beyond this hill. We had this long dip there, then suddenly had that hill going up there, and that's where it is at, because right there is the end of the track bed as we currently have. And the question is, what's the best way to handle this? Should I go down? Probably I should go down a little bit so that I slowly get down to the level of the third section of track. But that's going to be what I'm going to do between episodes, or maybe during the next episode, depending on how my timing goes. Because right now, what we need to do is to make our second station. And of course, make the travel route safe for the passengers. In case you're wondering, I am still in the first set of snapshots rather than the second or third. Today they released the third weeks of snapshots, and I did not upgrade to that one, mainly because I'm doing all this work near a village right now, and I figured the last thing I need right now is a distraction of pillagers coming in and starting to raid my fledgling village, because the latest snapshot added the raids by the pillagers, and that I'm sure is going to cause quite a bit of discomfort to my villagers. So I thought I'll hold back on implementing that for now. The other item that was added in today's snapshot is scaffolding, which is something that I believe a lot of players are looking forward to. The only problem is that in order to make it, you'll need bamboo. In order to get bamboo, you need to go to a jungle, and based on anything I've been able to find, the nearest jungle is some 5,000 blocks away. So I thought, I'm not going to do that because it's certainly not going to qualify as near the area of my builds, and I am trying to avoid doing things that are too far away from my build. Concerning last week's snapshot, I had seen a video done by Zumavoid where he was talking about the various aspects of it, and he was having some trouble with glitchy blocks. Now it looks like that it wasn't a problem with the snapshot. Instead, it was how he had his render distance set, and there's a little bit of lag introduced by that. Therefore, it could be that the snapshot was alright in that matter, and I could have added a few things such as a lectern and a bell to the church over there. But since the blocks aren't really doing anything yet, they're currently just decorative, I thought we could hold off for that until later. Then I could combine it with other looks at snapshots as I'm going through there. But back to this week's snapshot, the main thing I'm worried about is what to do about those pillagers when they start overrunning the villages. Are we going to be able to do anything about... Yes, I know we could go and try to kill the pillagers, but they come in with this beast, the chief of the pillaging operation, is going to be riding this big illager beast, or whatever they're going to call it, and that's going to be a real pain to deal with, because from everything I hear, that beast is going to be a real big problem to get rid of. It's not a softie to go up against. Probably be easier to go against the pillagers than it would be going against that beast, and I suspect that if you go around attacking whoever's riding it, you're going to get yourself in trouble with the beast. And I have enough trouble against regular mobs. I hate to see what's going to go in this semi-boss that is. How far am I getting along? Whee! Still a bit to go. I found a cave near the tracks. I was heading out towards the acacia. I found this thing. It looks like it has some iron, and I won't refuse any iron while I'm in this area because iron isn't exactly plentiful in so far. Now I did get those 2 stacks between episodes, but that took a lot of searching to do that. And I'll be needing some coal, some iron, all sorts of stuff. Now, where did that iron? I thought I saw some iron here. Ah, here it is. And is it plenty? Oh yeah, nice vein of it. Because I'll need still a great deal of iron to get all those railroad tracks. Iron and gold, those are the 2 big things. So I also need acacia because I went through a lot of acacia in order to make all those fences, and I'm still only about halfway done. Now I really need it in this case. Acacia! I wonder how much of this stuff I'm going to go through before the season is over. At least the good thing about acacia is it's renewable. This place is very dangerous. Over here, we had this rather big drop right next to the station here, so I'm covering all that up with some diorite so that I would have something solid. And that area goes under the tracks because the other end of it comes out right here, right next to the well. And I'm pretty sure that this is also going to be a rather dangerous place that we're going to have to make sure everyone stays safe in. Now I'm going to mine the stuff out of here, see if I could get some more iron. I don't think it's going to go deep enough for gold, but at least get enough iron here maybe to help for the future. I headed way down into that other hole, and what do I run into? A zombie spawner. This is the first non-cave spider spawner that I have found on this server. Whee! Zombie flesh. Wonderful. Well, I guess I could use... Ooh, golden apple. Well, I don't need the melon seeds all that much. Alright. Of course I get down here when my bags are full, but that's an entirely different matter. Unfortunately, the spawner is located at a very inconvenient location. If we go out here, we head into this mess. There's another cave section down here that's also another pain to get to, and I'm going to worry about that at some other time. But as you can see, this is how I got here. I wound up going down by taking away some stone and clambering down, and I think that's the only way up right now. So I'm going to have to go and create a stairway to go up all the way up there. And hopefully I'll be able to get back up. So I know that the cobble is the place where I go up and down for now, but in the long term I am going to need some stairs and just go all the way around on the outside. As you can see, this is not the first time I was doing something like that. So it's a very inconvenient location to get to and from. And of course, if I'm going to turn this into a XP grinder or something like this, I am going to have to make it much more convenient. But that is the first candidate I've run into for a nice XP grinder. So I will have to see about that. And with it being right next to this well, I could think that both of these two combined are the reason for the stop. The well was probably created to help service the people working at the zombie spawner, and the zombie spawner is where they go and get rotten flesh or fight off zombies. So I'll have to think of some lore background reason for this. But this could be the entire reason why we have a stop here. Coming up with a good reason for a stop is always tricky when you're having the stops all at a specified location that has absolutely nothing to do necessarily with what's in the environment. The first time we were lucky, there was a nearby village. This time I was thinking, well, maybe the well, and what I was talking about earlier, that this might be a place where they have to get water if you're thirsty or something like this, but the zombie spawner gives them a real reason for putting a stop here. So at least now we understand why there's one here, but I am going to have to find a way to build a convenient way to get up and down. And of course a way to make this all safe. At least now I could plop a workbench and a chest or two over here without worrying about everything collapsing on top of me, which is the reason why I wanted to put all this dye right here in the first place. And let's get some... Oh, I'm out of wood. Of course, because I used all the acacia to get that. And as you can see, I still have a lot more fencing that I'm going to be needing. Acacia! Time for some more chopping. As I was investigating the area near the station, I found this. I thought this was a rather strange formation in the sand. Then I came over here and I have a buried temple. And an access down there. Ooh. But a buried temple. I think it's time to investigate to see what's in here. Now maybe there'll be some really nice things to loot down in the chest down there, assuming that creeper doesn't spawn or skeleton doesn't spawn. I once had a temple that I found where a skeleton spawned right in the middle of the temple floor down at the bottom there, and before I could do anything it stepped onto the trigger that blew up the entire thing. Well, time to dig this pyramid out and see if there's anything left of it when I get in there. The village I built is down there, and the next stop is down there. It's about halfway between it, so I guess this is an out-of-the-way location that is checked rather than a location that's necessarily on the stop. I was thinking maybe it could be a tourist stop or something like that, but I think it's a bit far away for that. Now, more digging. Now let's find if anything spawned downstairs. Nope, nice and free. Good. Then it's time for me to dig down and see if I could loot any of those treasure chests. And if I'm lucky, I'll even remember that I have to avoid the trap. Start by disarming that. Getting this. I really should remember whenever I go into the desert to get an iron axe, an iron pick, because really using a diamond pick with what's it got on it? Efficiency 5 on it is not good when you are dealing with sandstones. I seem to be picking up half the stuff in the area. Okay, trap is disarmed. Depth Strider 1. Right. Yes, sand! That's exactly what I need. Right. Look what's in here. Another golden apple. Spider stuff. At least I have plenty of bones as a result of this. More bones. TNT. Oh, I mean gunpowder, so I can make more TNT if I... Yes, look, there's gunpowder and sand. This must be where they put that stuff after they finished making the TNT. What's it? Sweeping Edge 3. Okay, do we have any diamonds? Trying to think. Yeah, I believe, I think I mined some diamonds between episodes, which is really nice, which means that I can make myself a diamond sword, put sweeping edge on it, and I have 30 levels right now, which is good. I'll just get rid of some of this sand. I need more sandstone anyway for some stuff. Oh, get inventory space that way. I hear a whole lot of spiders around here. And I'm wondering, is there a spider spawner or something like that around? No, but there is a skeleton there. Do I have anything? Yes, I do have something to kill a skeleton with. Oh, what goes deeper into there? Well, I'll have to wait until after I get some more torches before I worry about that. Good. Let's head back to base and get some sleep. I think I have everything I need for the track section. I'll have to do the stuff near the station area, but let's see if I've got everything needed. Obviously, I do eventually have to do the other side, but most likely I'll build everything before doing the other side of the track, as I was thinking of doing originally, because with the gold situation, I am going to need to do one side before the other, otherwise I'll just be needing way too much gold. There you go. Looks like I've got the entire line done between the two areas, so that is nice and well. Good. Now, I seem to have taken a bit of a left turn from what I was originally planning for this episode, because I found a monument which gave me a bit of stuff, but most of all I found that zombie spawner, and And that gives me an idea of what I want to do with that station and the theme behind it. So just as I built a village for this station, for that one I think I should build an access to the zombie spawner and be able to have a full XP farm as a result of that. But what I want to do now is to see if I've got any diamonds, because I believe I do have some. Right then again, maybe I don't. Oh, here they are. Diamonds! Yes, I thought I found a bunch of them during that last expedition I did. Which means I can make myself a nice sword and enchant it. I did see some lapis in here, right? Good. Let's finish off by going into the enchantery and see if we can get anything good out of this. But with all that, it gives me an idea of what I want to do. I was thinking, maybe, let's do a quick station here, just a well there. Wave to it. Bye-bye. Nope. There's obviously going to be more to it than that. Because now I've got something interesting to do with it. Now let's see. Looting 3. Sharpness 3, knockback 2, looting 3. Not too keen about the knockback, but who knows? If I'm surrounded by zombies, that knockback may come in very handy. So now I have a nice weapon as opposed to this simple iron sword that I have here. And I think that's where we will end this episode. Next time, I'm going to investigate the best way of handling that zombie spawner so that we can get down there and maybe I can even turn it into an XP grinder. We'll see if that's the case in the next episode of the Minecraft Railroad Challenge.